Hey, this is Jay Weinberg. I'm at Nowhere Tattooing in Brighton, UK, where we just did 3 drum clinics in one night. It was an amazing experience playing on the ZILDJIAN ALCHEM-E kit, and it's really an honor to be here. Preparing for an event like this, it is a little bit out of my wheelhouse and just kind of left the center of what I typically do. You know, what I typically do is playing with my bandmates, and that's my favorite thing, playing in an environment that I'm comfortable in, and there's mosh pits in front of the stage and stuff like that. This is quite a departure from that, and it's great to do something like that. And for me, you know, taking the opportunity to do this, it's cool to kind of show a little bit of a look in the rearview mirror at the last 15 years of my playing, what music I've made, music I've recorded, been a part of, tours here and there. And yeah, so it's a great opportunity to do something a little bit different, playing in this intimate of a setting. Like I don't typically play with people just sat right in front of me. But that's a great challenge. It's a different kind of dynamic, but I find that it's a really special thing to be able to do, especially in a setting like this. When I get the opportunity, why wouldn't I take it up? I'm really excited to do that. And actually, the idea of playing on the Alchemy kit came together when I performed at the Bag Show in Paris a few months ago, and our good friend Boris was playing on an Alchemy kit, and my wife and I were actually looking at it, and we were like, you know what, that could actually be a really great option to play in the tattoo shop, because you could imagine playing really loud drums and cymbals in a very compact room like this. It can be a little overwhelming for just people watching, and we'd probably get the cops called on us. So it was kind of like, that could be a good option to play on the Alchemy kit, because it can be low volume if you want it to. You're plugged in, so you can turn it as loud or as quiet as you want. So with that being the advantage of playing in an intimate space like this, it was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. So that's when I started asking ZILDJIAN if it was cool if we could play on this new piece of developed technology, the Alchemy kit, for an event like this, and it turned out to be perfect. It was exactly what we needed, because I think the Alchemy kit serves many purposes. Not only does it give us access to 400 years of cymbal development, but it allows musicians who don't have access to a loud playing environment, if you're in an apartment or a house where you can't play loud music or anything, you can still get what you need, and you're listening on headphones and it sounds great, and the cymbals are very dynamic and expressive, but you can kind of control it for a setting like this. The Alchemy kit alone allowed us to do 3 events in one night without the police getting called when we're in a business and residential area. So it worked out on a lot of levels. Thomas Hooper has been tattooing me for, I'd say, the better part of almost 10 years now. So whenever I'm in town, whether it's to visit Thomas and his family or get tattooed by him, but now that I'm kind of off tour for a little bit, and he had this idea of me doing clinics in his tattoo shop, it's like, oh, cool, yeah, I'll do these clinics, and then do you have time to tattoo me afterwards? Because I have this real estate on my arm that I've had ideas of having him do something. So we've been talking a little while about, finishing out my arm tattoo here. And really, the confluence of an event like last night and what we'll do today with Thomas tattooing me is kind of like bringing everything that I love about music and art together, for Thomas to graciously welcome me into his new place of practice and do my thing in here was a real pleasure. And now we'll get to, he'll bring his talents to the table and tattoo my arm. So it's a really cool way of just bringing all this stuff together, because it's like, this is, it's my discipline, it's his discipline. It's a really cool way of kind of celebrating that and just like leaning into both very heavily.